My question is, a lot of times people will be like, "Oh, I got with the same way, like they gotta ask the dog, I gotta think about it, right?" And they want to go over it. Like some people are more logical than emotional buyers, right? So you wouldn't even give it to them after the first call and then say like, "Let's schedule the second call." Still give it to them to look over, and then you can still have the visual stuff that you created that you will go over on the call.
I would start from the very top down. How do they get into the funnel? What's their revenue? What do they want to get to? Are they willing to invest with you? Are they going to show up? Okay. And then we already set the frame. Then they come to the call. And then during the call process, we go through, pain, problem, personalization up here. So we understand that they have a problem. Okay. We clearly know that they have a problem. So pain, problem, personalization. And then we go through decision maker. Is there a dog that you need to talk to? Financial qualification. Do you have the ability to invest if this makes sense? And self-admission. Like, do you understand that you can't solve this problem on your own? So tick, tick, tick. Okay, great news, Nikita. We can definitely help you. Do you want to know how? And then here's the pitch. The pitch is just the solution. So solution to this problem. And then the process, which follows, is the solution to the pain, which is here. So like here's like how we're going to go about doing it. We're going to have the foundational course. We're going to progressive overload, all this kind of stuff. And then when it comes to price, which is here, and like if they're not going to say it because like the decision maker is taken care of. There is no dog involved. The financial qualification is taken care of. So then if they say that they want to think about it, we then say, okay, look, we have time right now. Ask me like your wildest questions. Ask me like the craziest questions possible. And then if they say, well, I'm just going to message you on WhatsApp, Nikita. And it's like, respectfully, we don't operate in that way because if I did that every time, my WhatsApp would be full of people who are thinking about it and my clients wouldn't get any help. So we need to respect like the time. So it's like, if this is this like an issue with the program or is this an issue with the process? And that's when you like get into like a real conversation with your prospect. That's when you actually fucking help people. And because what you do, Nikita, and so does everyone here, what you guys do is very what's the word? Personal. Is it's important for you guys to bring down the barrier with your bring down the guard with your prospects. So using the right tonality up here, being like sincere, being understanding, giving them the right like tone is so important, right? Like, if someone had a pain here with their hip or their back or whatever, and if you said, damn, you've been doing that for 6 months and you haven't changed yet, that's very like an aggressive tone. But if I said, damn, this has been a 6-month process and you haven't had the chance to change yet, the tone is completely different. And then that's when they start opening up and they're like, yeah, man, like it's really tough. I can't do X, Y, Z. I'm really struggling with ABC. So you guys really, really need to work on tonality and pitching and that, because then this process down here becomes less of this kind of like argumentative thing, which it should never be. It should never become. Okay, any questions on this?
No.
No? So action steps are
But
here. Go ahead.
so you know how I created the document and I know like the steps for myself, right? So basically I'm barely ever gonna use it, or if I do send something, it has to be much, much smaller so it doesn't overwhelm somebody.
Much smaller, but then I would also just try look to create diagrams, because diagrams are just nice. They're easy to understand. They're very palatable. They're very, very easy. So I think majority of our clients just create diagrams. And then if you're just showing like, here's like the process, people can actually visualize it.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then
All right, but
next steps from here then is just running the offer, right? So I think the best way to test it is really just to get in the hands of people.